in Dallas.
After that video, I was like, there's no way I'm playing this game.
But there is one thing that we know about Luka. He loves to rise to these emotional moments.
Dončić goes all the way, lays it up and in. Oh, Dončić locked in from the opening tip.
He's giving it to him from every spot on the floor.
45 for Dončić. Talk about your storybook returns.
To be back with the fans that I spent 6.5 years with was just unbelievable for me.
The swap for Luka Dončić and Anthony Davis is one of the most shocking trades in NBA history to date. And after that, it took some time for Luka to find his groove here in Los Angeles and be ready to talk about what happened. But now he's broken his silence. From the moment his manager called to tell him that he was now a Laker to how he feels about everything today, here is my exclusive interview with Luka Dončić. Luka, what's your good side? Or both, to say both sides are my good side.
I thought I would show you the souvenir from that night.
Oh, yeah, it's still there.
You hang up the phone the night you're traded, and you threw it?
Yes.
Do you have that phone?
Yeah.
You still use that phone?
Yeah, it still works.
What a blockbuster to drop on a Saturday night.
Shell-shocked.
The biggest shock that I've ever seen covering the NBA all of these years.
The L in the Lakers stands for lucky and for Luka.
Action.
LA Laker Luka Dončić. Does that still sound a little bit weird to you?
A little bit, not much. I'm getting used to it.
Let's go back to the night that you were traded. Can you just take me through what you did that night?
Well, I was actually in the bed, My TV wasn't working, so I was on iPad watching a movie, about to go to sleep. First thing I said, probably 3 times, is April 1st.
What were you feeling in that moment?
Sadness, mostly. I was still in shock, crazy shock, and I felt like my heart was broken, honestly.
At guard, in his 7th season from Slovenia, number 77, Luka! He's a man full of emotions tonight.
I've never seen a player have that type of emotion and then be able to turn around and have the game like you did.
45 for Dončić. Luka lunacy returns here to Dallas.
Honestly, I don't know either.
Where would you rank that in terms of your all-time performances?
I would say top 1 just because it was so special, with the fans, with teammates, just being there. It was something I never seen in my life, and it was just special, the love between me and the fans.
There have been, on your way out of Dallas, some pretty pointed criticisms of you on the floor, off of the floor, even about your body.
It's painful, depends how you take it. Mostly it came from Dallas, so I just didn't want to talk back. But I don't really read that much stuff, and just trying to focus on my journey.
General Manager Nico Harrison of the Dallas Mavericks, he had this closed-door, no-cameras meeting with reporters. The reporter said, "You didn't believe that the team that went to the finals last year with Luka as a centerpiece could contend and continue to contend for championships." And Nico Harrison said, "I'll say this again, defense wins championships." What do you say to that?
It's just sad in the way he's talking right now. I never say anything bad about him, and I just want to move on. The fans, my ex-teammates, always keep it hard. It's time for me to move on from that.
Have you spoken to Nico Harrison since you left Dallas?
No.
Have you spoken to him on the night that you were traded?
No.
Was your intention to finish your career in Dallas?
Of course. It's an easy question.
Loyalty is still a key tenet of who you are. Where does that loyalty go now? Does it transfer to the Los Angeles Lakers?
Of course. like I say, loyalty is to the basketball first.
Staying in Los Angeles is what you want to do?
Yes.
LeBron has long called you one of his favorite players in the NBA. How has he reinforced that?
It's been great since the first day, It's LeBron. It's not going to be easy. He's been letting me be me this whole time, and it's been amazing just to watch him and to play next to him.
Dončić maneuvers for the lead. Got it! What a shot!
The GIFs and memes and articles and clips on social media of you against Rudy Gobert start to be everywhere. What is it about this matchup that you love?
I think he's a great defender, no matter who it is. I just like to go against centers. When you go against the best, you got to be at the top, so that's what I'm trying to do.
The Boston Celtics are champions of the NBA as they defeat the Dallas Mavericks in 5 games.
And oftentimes I talk to players who were there, and they spend the entire offseason with the faces of the players that beat them. How does that loss fuel this championship pursuit?
You've been there, you could have won, but you lost. So you want to be a champion. I mean, I want to be a champion, and that's all you can think about after you lose. And it was devastating.
Luka Magic on display in the purple and gold.
Does this team have what it takes?
Yes, I think so, yes. And it's going to take everything, every little detail, every possession. It's going to take everything.
We will have more from Luka Dončić coming up in just a little bit. Now, Shams Charania, I turn to you with some breaking news here out of the Los Angeles Lakers franchise.
Malika, the man that acquired Luka Dončić, brought him to the Lakers, was Rob Pelinka. Sources tell me he has reached an agreement on a multi-year contract extension with the Lakers general manager, and now a new title of president of basketball operations as well. This is obviously a big moment for the Lakers, big moment for Rob Pelinka in terms of this offseason. Luka Dončić is eligible for a contract extension, and now he knows who his general manager and president will be for the next several years, who his head coach already is in JJ Redick. So their leadership is aligned now. They're signed long term. And Luka Dončić will have his own decisions to make, but like he told you, his loyalty seems to be right now with the Lakers. We see the moves right there that Rob Pelinka has made, got Anthony Davis, and then Luka Dončić all these years later. They have flexibility now moving forward going into this offseason. They have draft picks. They have abilities to create space as well. So this Lakers team, it's not complete, like Brian Windhorst has said this week, but they've made moves already, and they're going to continue to make moves potentially to get themselves even closer to a champion.
Rob Pelinka, now one of just a handful of front office executives that has the title of both general manager and the duties of president of basketball operations as well. And you have to imagine that bringing Luka Dončić to Los Angeles was a pretty big part
I would
of the
imagine that was true.
Making in all of this, Brian.
I would imagine that was true. I think this is about as guaranteed to get a contract extension as about anything you could possibly have done for him in that job. And I would expect him to win Executive of the Year. If he does not win Executive of the Year, which is really one of the pettiest awards in the whole landscape, which is a different topic for a different day, if he doesn't win Executive of the Year, there should be an investigation. As one NBA general manager told me after that trade, the Lakers annihilated this trade deadline. Here you see the fruits of that result right here.
I think, you know, the Luka trade is clearly one of the big dominoes that impacted this extension here for Rob Pelinka. But to hear Luka reflect on that trade and to do so with so much candor and vulnerability, I really appreciated that. We're going to have more from our Luka Dončić conversation on NBA Countdown and Good Morning America. But Luka, to me, when I asked him questions, Udonis, about what was said about him on the way out, it seemed like nothing that was said could impact him because the trade was the ultimate betrayal. The trade was the ultimate action that hurt him, and now he has even headed into this postseason.
Yeah, I would advise Luka to use it. Use it. Whatever edge you can get. This league is savage. The great players around here, use it. I mean, take that and everything they said about you and prove them wrong. You know, if they said you're not in shape, make sure you're in the best shape possible. If they said